Professionalism is essential in the workplace. Through the fashion, apparel, and interior design program, students have the opportunity to develop and continually improve upon industry standard skills. In addition, students are also given the opportunity to develop critical interpersonal skills, including responsibility and integrity, to successfully complete tasks within team projects.
Because of studio, I worked with two other gals in class, and we linked up with one of the architecture classes and created two dresses from Wicked. And we actually worked on them over we had 3 snow days in a row or something. And we just camped out in this little room in the girls' basement and created these 2 dresses, and they were here, but Taylor has them now. And that was probably one of the coolest things. And it wasn't directly in this class, but it was because of this class that we did it. And it was some of the hardest sewing I think I've ever done in my life. But it was a blast. It was so much fun.
Oh, absolutely. Their presentation skills and their attention to detail from beginning to end. Mm-hmm. And I think that's great that Ms. Bose teaches you guys that, because it's not something in a core class we always get to do. We talk about speak up, but she's really giving an opportunity for you to do that, and that's really cool.
Well, I don't know if it changed my perspective, because I typically, when I look at a kid, I always tend to think that they have the capability of being anything they want. I think it maybe really just confirms what I know about those kids. I see high school kids as having this amazing ability. They just need to find the right teachers and the right environment to take advantage of those abilities, and I think design does a really good job of doing that.
Well, the time and the effort that's clearly put into it, you just get to see students in a completely different role when they're up on stage. And I think it's probably the same for students when you see teachers kind of step out of their comfort zone and do something that's different for them. It's the same thing for us when we see students do that. So it just kind of puts the spotlight on students that we don't always see. And it really shows growth. So when we see students sitting behind a desk and then going up in front of the room, it shows their growth. And it really just, again, it pushes you. We get to see some maturity. We get to see confidence. We get to learn more about students when they're doing things like this. And it really shows kind of independence. And it gives us confidence that when they leave here that they're going to make it.
I think it just makes me, because I love seeing them in a creative mode and doing something different than doing a math problem in my classroom. And so I think it's fun, just how they can articulate and really explain what they're doing and why they're doing it, and just see them in a different side of life than just the classroom.
I'm currently in graduate school for landscape architecture, which is a little different than the studios that I was in, but I know Bose had always told us that all design is design, and the basic design concepts can be used throughout, and that has really helped me succeed in my program. And then also in my internship that I had, which led to a job, and I attribute that to the stuff I learned in studio, definitely.
Teamwork is a really big one, because you're assigned to random teams. You just have to make it work. Teamwork makes the dream work. And time management, because with these big projects, you literally could not procrastinate like I would with all my other classes. You have to have a schedule, and a set schedule, and do it. So time management. Responsibility, because if you don't pull your part doing something, you're responsible for that. So just anything, the list goes on.
You learn how to problem solve, learn how to work with people, and I loved it. And those are things that I have definitely used in undergrad and in working, and now in grad school. It's been really great. Fashion was super awesome to me.
Personal skills as far as teamwork and stuff along those lines, and then as far as the interior design stuff, basically Bose started from the bottom, which was really nice. The color wheel and, primary color, tertiary colors, stuff like that. I still use that in my job now.
Definitely how to work with other people. There's a lot of different personalities, big and small. So definitely being able to listen to other ideas and put that into one overall project.
But it wasn't right at the beginning that the design program was going, and so I got to see students sort of evolve into this new and amazing opportunity for Lake East.
Maybe not the perspective on the students, but honestly, the perspective on the class because most people that have never seen the presentations think these are blow-off classes, fluff classes, and they're really not. If you see one of those presentations, they're the real deal. Students put a ton of time into them, and it's serious work, hard work. So I would say that's the big thing. Not just a single student or a single presentation, but the class itself, how much is involved in the class.
Communication skills and being able to work in a group, especially with a lot of different personalities. That is really hard. And since I'm a business major, I think that has helped me in projects and in school, and I'm sure it will obviously help me in the future, but for now, I don't know, I feel like I'm kind of a leader in my group and I know how to manage and lead.
I had a girl last year, she was my aide, and I had her when she was a freshman, and just struggled, but to watch her have to push herself, and this is like it's like a business world. I mean, this is professional grade presentations, and to watch her struggle but then also succeed was like this culminating aha moment for me, to see her go from freshman year English class, move up, and then see her do her senior projects in this class was a nice touch, nice finishing touch.
The discipline, she knows her deadlines, she just knows what goes and loves to do it.
Organizational skills, time management, working with groups, working with other people, being collaborative is huge in everything you do. I remember when I first started studio, I was like, I just want to do everything individual, like group projects, whatever. But everything you do in life will be a group project. There's no such thing as just like a single project when you get into the real world. So I think learning how to work with people as well.
In this class, I really learned a lot of leadership skills and a lot of really good networking skills that I applied today. Bo's always kind of made sure that we contacted the people we were working with ourselves and made the phone calls and follow-ups and thank yous and all of that. So that really kind of taught us to just be independent and learn how to communicate and work with others.
Multitasking and like time management is like a huge thing that you can use in school, out of school, and jobs. Like it will always be important.
I think when you have to take ownership of your own product or your own presentation, you naturally hold yourself to a higher standard because your name is associated with something that everybody's looking at. And so I think we talk about maturity of students who really took their performance to a higher level because I think they enjoyed what they were doing and had a passion for it, and that helped. But also I think there's that pressure of, I've got to show this to an audience. And it really forced, I think, students to really put in that extra effort that maybe another class they might not.
Projects, or a lot of the projects that were assigned here, he uses every day in his job. Whether it's building a board or things of that nature, he uses a lot of what he